Hello everyone and welcome to Tips and Trips presented by Ingles, where we have the best in destinations and decor for you and your family. Today, we're coming to you from the Asheville Radio Museum, where we'll be bringing you a brand new Ingles Open Road in the coming weeks. On today's show, our travels take us to Cherryville, North Carolina, to the beautiful Beam Truck Museum. Aaron and Kelly serve up a lovely afternoon tea. We belly up to a terrarium bar on the Ingles Open Road. The Southern Table gets us game day ready with a touchdown tailgate breakfast. We try to strike it rich at Reed Gold Mine, and we end our day in Greenville with some big kid fun at Borderlands Comics and Games. First up, Aaron and Kelly from the Southern Table are getting us ready for some fantastic fall trends. Take a look.
Hello to you and welcome to the Southern Table. Today we are showing you how to add some of our favorite fall trends to your home this season.
We always like to say the table is the heart of the home, so we're going to show you how to set the table, make it beautiful with those trends, but also save some money.
That's what it's all about. We love a great tablescape, and this season, think about those jewel tone colors. They're bold, they're rich, and they make a beautiful tablescape, and then adding in some of those thrifted or vintage pieces, which we are all about. It just adds so much character to your table.
And everything that we're using, by the way, is repurposed or thrifted.
Love
so
it.
Again, saving lots of money.
That's where we're going to start right now at the Thrifted Placemat. This velvet is huge this fall. This beautiful shade of green. Does it get
so
any better?
pretty.
It just sets the stage for a beautiful table.
It does. It brings the warmth to the table, followed by a pop of fun. Y'all know we have to add in some pattern.
Exactly. So this is another placemat. We're just going to fold it down a bit and then add it right on top to just add a little dimension and some interest to
That's
the table.
a fun trick to
It
mix
really
and
is.
match. Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, you know we love
Oh, yes, the glitz.
the glitz, the brass, and this is just a great addition, adding that metallic right to your place setting with the charger.
And you can find those thrifting
day.
almost every time you go.
Absolutely.
Okay, speaking of timeless pieces, just a solid white dish is going to carry you season to season through the holidays, even through your everyday meals. But this is a great way to mix and match and add just that foundation to make those colors of the season pop.
And that's what it's all about. We always say that white dish really helps you set any table beautifully because you can add all the different colors and patterns on top. Okay, speaking of another pattern, we are adding in this beautiful plaid with the blue. That blue adds such a
So
fun
pretty.
color, again in the jewel tones,
Right.
but mixing up those
And
patterns.
you have to have plaid on a fall table.
We
That's
love
just
plaid.
a given, right?
It is.
Okay, followed by some more vintage fun finds.
These might be our favorite.
Love these. Of course, you mentioned all those bold colors, but just having something different and unique and also mixing and matching, as you'll see with these vintage pieces, really brings your place setting to life.
It gives it a little character, a little charm, and doesn't look so everyday. It looks elevated, and that's what it's all about. That pattern on pattern play is so fun.
And have fun with it. Play around, see what it looks like on your table, remove stuff, add stuff.
We
it
do
looks
it
like
all
a
the
mess
time.
by the time we get done.
It does.
But it does come together so easily and pretty.
It's so beautiful. Also, for your centerpieces, make sure you pull out some dried flowers. We grab these at Ingles Markets. They are trending everywhere this fall. Adding the dried flowers, of course, with the real flowers is just such an elegant look.
Yeah,
Love
carry
it.
that look over to your living room space. Mixing the old and new is in. Light a candle, the cozy throw, and you're ready for the season.
I am ready for fall after this. Hey, you can find these ideas and others by heading to southerntableshow.com.
And remember, there's always a place for you.
At the Southern Table presented by Ingles.
I swear no one can take home decor from thrifting to thriving like Aaron and Kelly. I'm ready for fall, y'all. Well, up next, we're road tripping it out to Cherryville, North Carolina, and visiting a museum giving big love to the big rigs. We brought last week's Tips and Trips show to you from right there at the museum, and today, we get to find out what the Beam Truck Museum is all about.
I'm Chris Bainbridge, inviting you to take a ride with me. This is an amazing place to find adventure in all shapes and sizes. Ingles has sent me on a mission to bring you the very best of what our beautiful home has to offer. Food, fun, nature, music, and more. All affordable and all out of the ordinary. This is the Ingles Open Road.
Today we're eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking our way to the beautiful small town of Cherryville, North Carolina. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, so let's get started. Welcome to the C. Greer Beam Truck Museum. telling the story of one of the most successful commercial transport companies in the early history of the industry. If you're a fan of the big rigs, then believe me, this is the place for you. The museum tells the story of Carolina Freight Carriers Corporation that all started here because a kid fresh out of college working at a chicken farm had to shift gears. In 1932, C. Greer Beam, a recent graduate of NC State, hence the Wolfpack red color of these beautiful behemoths, wanted a career in agriculture and started out poultry farming in Florida. But the economy had other plans, and in order to make some money, he bought a 1931 Chevy half-ton stake body truck for $500 and started hauling freight. From coal to produce to textiles, Carolina Freight was carrying the load all over the country by the mid-1970s. And in 1982, as part of the company's 50th anniversary, the C. Greer Beam Truck Museum was born. Here you can explore trucks spanning the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. These vehicles are beautifully restored and feature plenty of character and quirks. From hand crank windshield wipers, to in-cab engines, to sleeper trailers. This place is over 7,500 square feet of vintage trucks and trucking memorabilia, covering more than 7 decades. Here you can learn a lot and gain a healthy appreciation for those hard-working men and women who have kept the wheels of our economy turning. Those big rigs you see on the road might be a little intimidating on the interstate. And yeah, maybe a little frustrating if you get caught behind one carrying a heavy load. But those big old transfer trucks are carrying the stuff our lives are made of. So give them some room and a lot of respect. And give the truck lover in your life directions to the C. Greer Beam Truck Museum. To learn more and plan your visit, go to openroadshow.com. Your weekend is waiting on the Ingalls Open Road. That museum was such a beautiful celebration of an often overlooked piece of our American history. And if you want another glimpse into the history, look up the Cherryville Shooters. I promise you won't be disappointed. Coming up, Aaron and Kelly are treating us to a lovely autumn afternoon tea. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Tips and Trips, presented by Ingalls, where we're bringing you the very best in decor and destinations. Up next, Aaron and Kelly from the Southern Table are getting us ready for tea time. Pinkies up, people. Let's go.
Hello to you and welcome to the Southern Table. We are hosting a beautiful fall tea party for you all today.
Yeah, so come gather around the table as we help you create a timeless and beautiful gathering. We love this tea party theme. It is endless with possibilities.
I know, and we hope it inspires you for those bridal showers, baby showers, you name it.
Hey, the mommy-daughter events, maybe a little girl's birthday party, even a ladies' luncheon. This theme has you covered.
We love the vintage and the heirloom vibes that this brings together, and any excuse to gather around with the ones you love, right?
You got it. So when you start your party planning, we start ours with our friends at Ingalls for that party menu because it makes things so much easier and takes the prep out of it for you.
And I'm telling you, when you start to see all they can create for you, making your life easier when planning a party, these party trays are affordable, but also they go a long way feeding a crowd.
They really do. If you head over to the deli, they have this Southern sandwich tray. They have all the varieties of meats and cheeses. They even have your traditional chicken salad or pimento cheese. We love those on the menu.
We're here for the pimento cheese.
We definitely
yes.
are, but they're beautiful.
All the tea party classics. Moving right into the desserts, you'll see some of the pastries, all the desserts you can imagine, and you can really layer those as well to kind of have an assortment, if you will, just like a tea party.
Oh, they're beautiful. We love these tarts. These scream tea party, and we found those right there in the Ingalls Bakery. They add such a pretty touch to the table, and they're great for the littles because they're that tiny little size they can just grab and go.
And I love the fruit display as well, using these tiered pieces, really giving you that whole effect.
We think these tiered pieces just finish every table, especially when you're hosting. They just add such a pretty tabletop, and that moves us right into the centerpiece. We continued the silver there.
We talked about the vintage and the heirloom vibes, and this whole centerpiece really inspired the table for us.
We love this. We've used the champagne bucket. We've added a beautiful silver tray that we thrifted right underneath, and then we've added all the beautiful produce from the Ingalls Produce Department. department. We've got the pears and the grapes and the little pumpkins.
The finishing touches.
It really does, and the soft colors we love for this tea.
The flowers, we added this heirloom pumpkin, and wow, what a statement.
We love it. Okay, you've got to have your tea sets on the table. We have the traditional tea set for the adults, and then we went for the kids as well.
Look how cute that is. You've got to include them. We even have a little tiered tray just for the kiddos, so you can find lots of options that they will love as well.
And lastly, you've got to pick out your favorite tea, and Laura Lynn has you covered. Head over to the Ingalls tea section, and boy, do they have a variety there.
They have so many to choose from. Lemon, chamomile, they have the orange spice, which is my new favorite.
So all we need is a party now.
And decide which tea bag we're going to use
I know,
here.
I've got to narrow this down.
Yes.
Hey, you can find these ideas and others by heading to southerntableshow.com.
And remember, there's always a place for you.
At the Southern Table, presented by Ingalls.
We'll see y'all next time.
I feel like I need more tiered food trays in my life after watching that one. They do such a beautiful job of making everything look so stylish. Well, up next, I try my own hand at making something for the home. I got to go to a bar. Check it out.
I'm Chris Bainbridge, inviting you to take a ride with me. This is an amazing place to find adventure in all shapes and sizes. Ingalls has sent me on a mission to bring you the very best of what our beautiful home has to offer. Food, fun, nature, music, and more. All affordable and all out of the ordinary. This is the Ingalls Open Road.
Downtown Asheville is a place awash with cool bars. Rooftop bars, underground bars, piano bars, bars on wheels. But I can almost promise you've never been to a bar quite like this before. We're going to a terrarium bar. That's right, a terrarium bar. What's a terrarium, you ask? Good question. A terrarium, deriving from the Latin terra, meaning earth, and arium, meaning a place for, is a glass-enclosed miniature garden. Literally translated, a place for earth. So, what's a terrarium bar? Well, it's not a bar inside a terrarium. Nope, it's a bar inside the Green Room Plant Shop, and specifically, it's a fun hands-on experience where you get to create your own beautiful place for earth. How does it work? Glad you asked. The expert staff here guide you as you pick your container, or bring your own, pick your plants,
Cute little fern.
and pick your toppings.
This is an Ankylosaurus.
Then you start creating your own tiny garden under glass. Growing up as kids, my brother and I used to make terrariums with our mom, Carol. She loves science and the natural world and shared that love with us. She even made terrariums as a kid with her mom. So it's a really fun experience for me to get to share some of this with my family. And it's also a treat just to explore the Green Room Plant Shop. This place is the vision of owner and founder Dara, and it's a magical store to behold. In addition to the terrarium bar, there's a whole world of plants to explore to grow your indoor garden. And a crop of local artists sell their wares here as well, providing a veritable conservatory of creations. Wandering around inside the Green Room Plant Shop is a peaceful and joy-bringing experience. You feel a sense of calm when you're here, but you're invigorated at the same time as you're surrounded by all of this verdant life. Whether this place represents your first few steps into the world of gardening, or you're a seasoned pro, there is plenty to enjoy here as you stretch your artistic side and reconnect with nature inside this cozy corner of Asheville. To learn more and plan your visit, go to openroadshow.com. Your weekend is waiting on the Ingalls Open Road. Believe it or not, some of our terrariums are still alive and thriving. I won't say which ones. Well, up next, Aaron and Kelly get us ready for the gridiron with an amazing tailgate breakfast. Stick around, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Tips and Trips presented by Ingalls. In this next segment, Aaron and Kelly are combining two of my favorite things, football and breakfast. Take a look.
Hello to you and welcome to the Southern Table. We're helping you kick off those early morning football game days.
You got it. Today we are sharing some winning ways you can host that breakfast tailgate. And y'all know in the South we love football, so we go big on the tailgate and we're all in for this.
We were joking, even if the game isn't early, The tailgate is a sport in itself.
Always.
We start early, and breakfast is a great way to get everybody ready for that big game.
Absolutely. We are here for it. And you know, our friends at Ingles make it so easy to pull your entire brunch or breakfast table together in a flash. We're starting at the Ingles Deli, and they create these beautiful Southern biscuit trays for you. Literally such a great option. They've got your chicken, your country ham, and your sausage. Literally, they have all the condiments that go with those. It is ready to go, and it eliminates a lot of prep time.
We do not have time to be baking biscuits from scratch on game day. Let Ingles do it for you. It's so delicious. The sweets, too. You've got to have some sweets on the table. We love the homemade muffins. They are just delicious, and they have a variety to choose from. Even the little mini muffins for the kiddos, so that makes it easy for them. And, of course, the homemade donuts as well.
And let's not forget, this cinnamon roll ring is to die for. Again, head over to the Ingles Bakery. They've got you covered with all the sweet, and then you need a little juice station. We love the idea of stations. It just makes it easier.
The drink station is also popular as people are coming and going at the tailgate. And these little mini Laura Lynn orange juices are a great complement to the brunch. They have other juices as well, but an easy way to serve your guests. And as you mentioned, mess-free, because once they're done, they can toss those, and that's less you have to clean up after the party.
And that's where the win comes in. Hey, let's talk about styling as well. We like to let Ingles do the heavy lifting on the food. That way we can style away, and this is what we love to do.
It is so fun.
So we're bringing in all the fall vibes with the gourds, the pumpkins. Ingles has an entire selection of just wonderful heirloom pumpkins, the carving pumpkins, and adding those to your tailgating table just kicks it up
and
a
they have them at all different price points, so whether it's the smaller ones, mix those in, and hey, you can take them home and decorate your house when you're done with the tailgate.
Hey, that's what it's all about. And then, of course, you know, we love to add in those thrifted items. These gold trophies are maybe our favorite thing ever.
We are really loving adding to that fall touch to our table with the flowers. As you mentioned, the pumpkins. That's going to make your table look different than anybody else's.
You got it. And then we go right down to the tablecloths, and mixing and matching those just adds a new layer of dimension and a lot of fun. Of course, you can go with school colors, but it just adds a new vibe to your table.
I love the faux turf. Isn't that fun?
So fun.
Okay, you guys can find these ideas on tailgating and many others over on our website,
SouthernTableShow.com.
And remember, there's always a place for you
at the Southern Table, presented by Ingles.
We'll see y'all next time.
Okay, I think I'm ready for a donut and some orange juice. Well, up next, we're hitting the road once more to check out the site of the very first gold rush in the U.S., just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's go. Can you imagine splashing around in a creek, finding a shiny rock, bringing it home, using it as a doorstop for 3 years, only to later discover it was worth more than $500,000? There's a story there, one we're learning here at Reed's Gold Mine. The year was 1799. Young Conrad was fishing in Little Meadow Creek. The son of a Hessian soldier who was paid by the British to fight in the Revolutionary War, young Conrad spotted something shiny in the water one Sunday afternoon, and he brought it home to show Mom and Dad. Dad was Johannes Reith, Americanized to John Reed, and while he didn't know what this 17-pound rock was for sure, he thought it might be worth something, so he hung on to it for 3 years, using it as a doorstop at the family homestead. Eventually, he took it with him to a jeweler in Fayetteville. This guy knew exactly what he was looking at and asked German John what he wanted for it. The farmer thought for a minute and came up with $3.50. $3.50. What he'd make in a week. The jeweler jumped at the chance and for $3.50 bought a gold nugget worth, in those days, $3,600. In today's money, more than $500,000. Word soon spread about the precious nugget from Cabarrus County, and the first gold rush ever to hit the fledgling United States was off to the races. Today, Reed's Gold Mine is still attracting visitors from far and wide, although this time folks are mining for history. While you're here, you can explore the underground tunnels that were dug nearly 200 years ago and learn all about the stories of those prospectors who came seeking their fortune. You can even try your own hand at panning for gold in hopes of striking it rich. And if you do, I hope you consider remembering a certain travel host who put your feet on that golden path. Reed's Gold Mine is a fun, informative, and interactive destination for a great day out.
You can bring that Ingalls picnic along and revel in those fun fantasies of everything you'll do when you hit the motherlode.
I did not think I was going to find anything, and I got gold. To learn more and plan your visit, go to openroadshow.com. Your weekend is waiting on the Ingalls Open Road. Ooh! Golden doorstop! Such a beautiful place to visit and explore and find gold. Well, up next, we have one final stop that you won't want to miss. Stick around, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Tips and Trips presented by Ingalls. Folks, it's time for our final destination. Get ready to nerd out on Nerding Out. Check it out. Oh, hi! Just your friendly neighborhood travel host here, dropping in for a little fun and adventure. These flights get so long. If only I had some decent reading material.
Welcome to Borderlands Comics and Games. All right, cards and multi-sided dice on the table. I've never been a big comic book guy. So I have my trusty sidekick Jacob with me today showing me the ropes, flipping through some classics and checking out some new titles that I very much never knew existed.
When I think comic books, I think Batman, Superman, X-Men, but other than the superheroes in super tight spandex, a lot of our pop culture icons got their start in these illustrated beauties. Annie, Men in Black, The Rocketeer, The Mask, The Walking Dead, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the list goes on and on.
So believe it or not, even if you're not into comics, you're probably into comics. And what a great place for a newbie like me to enter into this world of art-filled imagination. And speaking of imagination,
Borderlands is also an upstate gaming hub. You can buy classic video games, play board games, and role-playing games in person with other humans. D&D has been making a major comeback, and others like Star Wars Legion, Pokemon, and Armada have aficionados coming in to take on their latest quest.
I gotta be honest, stepping into a comic book store is probably not something I would typically do left to my own devices. But this place is awesome. It's totally different from anything I'd normally take on, and that's a good thing.
And the out of the ordinary gets even more out there later this year as Ingalls joins forces with Borderlands to present South Carolina Comic-Con here in Greenville coming up in April. So, if you need a little primer, step right through these doors.
Whether you're flipping through the pages of a new world of fun and fantasy, immersing yourself in a game of strategy, or just checking out some retro merch, Borderlands is a great place to dive into a whole host of onomatopoeia-infused action.
To learn more and plan your visit, go to openroadshow.com. Your weekend is waiting on the Ingalls Open Road. A big thanks to all of our destinations on today's show. Thanks to the Asheville Radio Museum for hosting us. Thanks to Aaron and Kelly from the Southern Table for all the beautiful and inspiring ideas today. And thank you so much for joining us here at Tips and Trips presented by Ingalls. We'll see you next time.